a permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh, men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than a speeding bullet. Nah, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, baby. Say so what you gon' do with it? Stop playing with it, baby. Nah. If you gon' do it, then you don't play with it, baby. Exactly. Yeah. You ain't built like that.
You should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seed. I'm just hoping she don't fail, cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you tryna do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you're at today. I couldn't tell it to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets. And we've got a great one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Baltimore Ravens. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Taken from about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Steps away. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
14 more yards.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 40.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen. Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
He was brought down by
Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
At the 20-yard line.
Working from the gun. Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
The ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Wentz. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. They'll run with Taylor. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Throwing is Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Campbell making the catch. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Going for it all. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. We're scoreless after 1. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. This time Jackson will throw it. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. The quick feet by Jackson. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7.
A 7-yard pickup.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
He'll let it go deep for Foster. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
He'll buy some time right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll roll him out. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Catch made here by Campbell. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Wentz now on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Throwing on 1st is Wentz. He'll get that one to Taylor complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but it's going to be 2nd down. Now Wentz again. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
1st and goal.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. Again, it's Wentz. Steps away to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside.
7.
Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Blackman.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down.
The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Edwards. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And they'll indeed take a knee. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Brings up 2nd and
7. On 2nd and 7, Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Patrick Queen. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round? That's what I call a steal.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8.
Fourth down.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven. First down and golden.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the lead. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Colts 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Taylor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he'll be out right at the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Good for a Baltimore Raven.
Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And now he's going to use his legs. 20! And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, another fine run right there for Lamar Jackson. And CD, that one puts him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
And remember when all we talked about were 100-yard games from running backs? That when a quarterback did it was a surprise? Well, Lamar Jackson, that's part of the package as well. He'll have as many 100-yard games in the season as the top running backs in the league.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
They'll run here with Edwards. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away as the Ravens push further out in front. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class is starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday, and it looks good so far as they try to run some clock here in this 4th quarter.
DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. Past the 20.
I need to get my swag right there.
And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 83 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Well, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, is the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens add on.
The Ravens will...
So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Yeah, they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Robert Foster, 48 yards. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say, they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. Now Jackson on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. A strong safety, Sean Davis, there to break up that pass play. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Jackson Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore. And Jackson throwing once more. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews there to make the grab. And the Ravens continue to pour it on.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big.
Austin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, It was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Well, I've never seen this one. It's second down, and oh, we've seen it all now. It's a fake. And it's incomplete. The most bizarre of second down calls there, but the incompletion gives them another shot on third down. Not exactly sure why they'd have him throwing the ball there out of a punt formation, but they will have another shot at things as it's third down now. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he will have a Ravens first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First and 10 at the 44.
Jackson's going to look to run it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
22-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Open space inside the 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts.
By Indianapolis.
On first down, Wentz. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Campbell making the catch. The 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive.